What if I told you that some of the most important innovation stories in the world right now are happening quietly across Sub-Saharan Africa? From crypto payments in Nigeria to smarter ports to cheaper access to cash in South Africa. These are not abstract tech ideas. These are real innovations changing how people live, trade, and do business. Welcome to Mag8 Africa, the channel where we break down the biggest innovation stories shaping products, platforms, and policies across the 8 largest economies in Sub-Saharan Africa. If you care about Africa's innovation journey, subscribe to this channel. It helps us keep these stories moving. Let's get into this week's top innovation headlines. Story 1. Scaling crypto payments for everyday use in Nigeria. Nigeria already has one of the largest crypto markets in the world. Millions of people transact in crypto, but here's the problem. Most of that activity is peer-to-peer, not consumer to merchant. In other words, people hold crypto, trade crypto, and send crypto to each other, but they struggle to actually spend it in shops, online stores, or with businesses. And that's not because demand is missing. It is a design and infrastructural problem. Most global crypto payment platforms either don't support Nigeria at all, or they assume merchants want to hold crypto themselves. Others don't support local currency invoicing, which creates friction for businesses. This is where CoinCircuit, a Nigerian crypto payment startup, comes in. CoinCircuit acts as a bridge between crypto users and merchants. After onboarding and completing KYC checks, users link a local bank account, optionally a crypto wallet. Merchants can then generate branded payment pages accessible via a link or QR code that customers scan to pay. Customers choose how they want to pay, and CoinCircuit handles the transaction between crypto and fiat behind the scenes. In a country with ongoing currency volatility and over 25 million crypto users, this kind of infrastructure could be a genuine game changer for everyday commerce. Our second story, digitizing vehicle clearance at Nigerian seaports. If you have ever dealt with Nigerian seaports, you already know the reputation. Vehicle clearance has historically been slow, paper-heavy, opaque, and frustrating. Endless manual processes, multiple touch points, and unclear checks have created distrust and inefficiency across the system. This didn't just affect ports, it damaged the entire automotive market. Buyers often couldn't verify whether cars were legitimately imported or even stolen. Dealers faced delays and unpredictable costs, and all of that friction was ultimately passed on to consumers as higher prices. Now that's beginning to change. Nigeria's customs service has rolled out a suite of digital systems across major seaports, including digital vehicle verification, automated document management, electronic payments, and data-driven risk management. From shipment to clearance, vehicles now leave a digital trail. By the time a car arrives at port, key details, duties, and documents are already logged and verifiable. The impact is significant. Greater trust across buyers, sellers, and regulators, faster clearance times, lower costs passed on to consumers, market expansions as dealers can scale more efficiently, and ultimately more jobs across the automotive value chain. This is a clear example of how digitizing can unlock real economic value. Our third story, making cash access cheaper in South Africa. Our third story comes from South Africa, and it's about cash. Despite the push towards digital payment, cash still accounts for around 70% of transactions in the country. Over time, that's expected to fall to about 40%, but we're not there yet. Managing cash is expensive, and banks pass those costs on to customers through fees, especially for ATM usage outside your own bank's network. Those fees hit lower income customers and people outside major cities the hardest. The plan focuses on expanding white label ATMs across high demand areas. These ATMs allow users to deposit and withdraw cash at little or no cost, regardless of which bank they use. The South African Reserve Bank has called this a cash-smart strategy. It is a strong example of policy and innovation working together, improving fairness in cash access today while still encouraging the gradual transition to digital payments for tomorrow. Our fourth story, which is our final story, looks at AI momentum across African economies. Beyond Nigeria and South Africa, countries like Kenya, Ghana, and Tanzania are seeing rapid uptake of AI tools, especially generative AI and mobile-first applications. While infrastructure gaps remain, adoption is increasing, being driven by startups and small businesses, not governments alone. Those signals something important. Innovation in Africa is no longer top-down. It's becoming distributed, entrepreneurial, and demand-led. Those are this week's top innovation stories shaping Sub-Saharan Africa's largest economies. If you found this useful, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone interested in Africa's innovation journey. See you next week from Mag8 Africa.